Good evening, fellow travelers on spaceship Earth, and hello, Brent. The problem is, of course, you won't be doing Brent over here. Oh, I can't hear you. Try. We'll just sit here and chill with the chill music. Brent's like, I don't know where my microphone thingy went. I could monitor the dark web.
Who knows? How's this?
I can hear you.
Hey, all right. I always forget that OBS doesn't, or it can't send the audio to Restream. So, yeah. Or at least I don't have it set up right. It's a new computer, so I'm getting used to it still.
It's all good. You're good. You're good. Okay. What are the Google enhanced video meeting, enhanced appointment scheduling on calendar?
So you want to help with the workspace thing?
Well, okay. So now that I have you on here and I'm not texting the entire thing to you, which was kind of bizarre. So we started with, hey, Sarge, all's good. We're moving along just like we're supposed to. I mean, I guess. I did, however, notice that whatever update Windows went through last night, they dumped the little weather status bar on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bummer because I actually used it for weather.
Well, you can turn it on. It's just now it's automatically turned off for people because they were getting a lot of complaints about it. If you just go down, well, here.
Oh, that's good. I mean, I did like it. So.
Yeah, I didn't. But if you go down here, taskbar settings, and then I think it's widgets. Or
widgets are on.
Yeah. No. It's been a while. Normally I do this on Windows 10 because that's what I work on at work. So.
Installed apps. No, that's not it. Look at all these Adobe things that are installed. Oh my God. Extended theme content, facial recognition. I don't need that. Japanese supplemental fonts. That's very critical in my system.
So yeah, actually it is a widget.
Where to find widgets?
Enable task personalization. Taskbar. Display the weather. Yep.
Oh, apparently Sarge had problems with that all day today. Time and language. Time zone, yeah. You still kept my languages, right? There should be two. Yes, English and Japanese. My PC has to do both of those. Otherwise, we're in trouble. Okay, so you said it was under where?
So go to settings,
Taskbar, settings,
personalization,
personalization.
taskbar, and then widgets. It is widgets. You just turn it on and off, and then it'll appear down in the bottom right-hand corner,
Oh, I see.
and then you can add widgets and all that. Yeah,
I follow.
you can pin that one. Yeah, it's seeing how it's shown up with the temperature there.
Oh, maybe it's test. Is it taskbar behaviors?
Nope, just widgets.
Well, widgets isn't a clickable thing. I can turn widgets on or I can turn them off.
So it's on right now. So in the bottom right-hand corner, like if you look at my screen, you see how it's down here in the bottom right-hand corner of my main screen,
right,
where I have all the other icons, and then you can.
I don't have that. You can see. Well, no, you can't see, but if you could see, it's not there anymore.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying is I'm like something is off on this thing now, which is fine. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Anyway, you know what? I'll argue with it later because we have bigger fish to fry. I am paying for Google Workplace. So let me explain to you what is going on, what we need to figure out what to do and stuff. But so right now, all the GoDaddy emails are going nowhere. I assume that if you send an email to questions@RockyMountainGeekTank.com, it just disappears.
Yeah.
And never shows up ever again. I don't need anything major on this one. It just needs to go someplace. But I'm not going to pay money for that because Questions at Rocky Mountain Geek Tank gets like 2 emails a year. So unless it's $2 a year, it's overpaying.
Yeah.
For that $2 a year, that's $1 an email. And so it becomes a bad ROI, right? That's all I'm really looking at is the ROI on this, right? Yeah. None of these emails, they all just need to be hanging out there in case somebody says something. They can't be going nowhere, you know? Yeah. So all I need to do is tie them to something. They can reroute to my normal email or whatever. But even the email that I'm saying down at the bottom, well, not anymore, but I was. It used to have my email address down here, but you know, even that one's not connected to anything anymore. So people could have been asking for commissions this entire time, and I would not have known it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like because I've got it set up. If anything ever comes in from that email address, I'm supposed to see it. It'll flag, right? And it's been saying nothing. Well, of course, it's been saying nothing. It's not hooked up. So all I need to do is just figure out how to do this without spending money.
So if you're already paying for the workspace or the workspace.
Yep.
Go to your workspace admin console. You can kind of see it up here on mine.
Yours is reversed.
Yeah, I see that now.
I'm trying to figure. I'm in Google One. That's not what I need, right? Or do I need Google One? Okay, well, then hang on while I find my Google Workspace.
There. Like I said, new computer, so I'm still working out all the kinks of streaming.
I have to add an account. Hang on, I'm adding an account.
Yeah, no problem.
And since I'm flashing my passwords,
I get it. Trust me.
and now it wants me to verify. 2-factor. Thank you for being here tonight, though.
No problem. Always happy to help.
Okay, now watch this. Okay, sign in with an administrator account. Okay.
Yep,
There's
add
home.
account.
Add account.
Uh-huh.
Not that one, my Gmail account, obviously. All right.
Well, so that's going to be. So what I had to do was.
Yeah, because here's the password, and then it goes add an account.
Yeah. So when you do that, you have to. So the way I started it out was.
I mean, I do have 2 Gmail accounts. I just don't want to start crossing the wires.
Yeah. So what I did was started here at the Google Workspace, workspace.google.com, and I click get started. Just me.
Okay, here.
So I went through this process to set it up initially, and then I added it to my Google email.
Oh, okay. I remember doing this already. Okay. That's me. Exit. Okay, switching back out of here so I can put in all my information.
Oh man, like. Okay, I shouldn't have this problem when I do your cell work, but here, go for the camera.
Okay, now it says, does your business have a domain?
And that's where you put in that the domain that you use, the Geek Tank or.
Oh no, wait a minute. Do I want it tied to Geek Tank or do I want it tied to my actual GS Davis Art domain?
Well, so the way I do it is, or the way I have it set up, I have it tied to my DracoHost.tech one because I have multiple domains.
Right, me too.
And that's just my primary one on there. And then what I do from there,
GS Davis Art.
Yeah. So if you tie it to GS Davis Art, then you should be. Hello, Foreman.
He's like, I'm here.
Yeah.
The domain name is already in use. If you own this domain and would like to use Dribbleware, follow these steps here. So I've already done this.
Okay. So you probably need to do the email account recovery because when you set that up, you probably set that up with an email account. Was your GS Davis email actually through Google? Or was it through GoDaddy?
Hey, Alfie. There was a cat. Tormund is there somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, now he's hanging out by the window.
Right. There's another cat. I mean, George is in here too. It's just he's trolling the floor for some reason. I don't know what he's after. But he's after something. Recover instance using your automated recovery. I'm pretty sure that I can just log in. I just need to figure out how to log in. I mean, but there's no account. Okay, this is what I don't get. Okay, so no problem. I don't have any problem. I'm doing all right, Alfie. Thank you. How are you doing? I mean, we're confused about this email thing, but it's all good. Okay. Because see, this is my problem. it doesn't give me an option to choose an account on the Google Workspace. That's different than I've lost my email. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, do you have is your GS Davis, like commissions at gsdavis.art, was that email hosted with GoDaddy, or was that
It
hosted
was all
with?
hosted with GoDaddy. So here's what went down at GoDaddy. GoDaddy, in November of last year, moved everything over to Microsoft 365 for handling of emails.
Yeah.
I can migrate all of my emails over to Microsoft 365 and pay $70 a month per domain, or $70 a year per domain. GoDaddy is a internet host, so all of my websites are out on GoDaddy. So if you were to type in gsdavisart.com, it goes to a GoDaddy site. So to you, Brent, they changed it to Microsoft 365, which now Microsoft wants to bill me for.
Yeah.
Well, I already have 2 Microsoft 365 accounts because somehow we picked up another one that we're paying $10 a month for. So I already need to get rid of one. I really don't need another. And I really don't want to spend $70 a year for one email.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so it's, Alfie, it's going to be difficult to explain this whole thing. We're talking about a problem. My domain used to accept email. So if you emailed me, it would go to my domain. My domain company, GoDaddy, the company that runs my domain, no longer wants to support it. So they gave it to Microsoft. Now Microsoft wants to bill me for each domain. Well, I only get 1 or 2 emails a year. So the return on investment on that is really bad. That becomes $35 per email. And I'm like, that's not a good business maneuver. It's not a good business choice. So Brent and I are going to try to work on trying to find an alternative, which is what we're doing right now. So now you've caught up to the whole story as to where we are right now. My websites are fine, but they are not receiving emails. And one of the emails I receive is commissions. If you wanted to commission me, then you would send a commission, or you'd send an email to guy@gsdavisart.com. Well, that now goes nowhere. So if you sent an email there, it would just disappear. So now Brent and I are trying to figure out, how do we connect it to something else that does not charge money? Because it's a ridiculous thing to pay a lot of money for something that I only use once or twice a year. Now Alfie is caught up. Right, exactly. Just so you can justify the $70. Alfie's like, I will send stuff to you. Anyway, so, okay, now my biggest problem is now to catch you up, Brent. It says recovering administrator access to your account. You forgot your password. I don't even have, it didn't give me, I don't know. Okay. You set up email or phone recovery information, sign in, and then God, it keeps signing me in under my Hotmail. Like, well, you know what? Let's try that. Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe that, or it could be tied to your Hotmail account.
A Hotmail. No, that wasn't it. I tried. Get a verification code. Okay, so it sent another code. Okay. Hang on real quick. Mm-hmm. Oh, for crying out loud. That lasted 5 seconds before I forgot the dumb code. Check your phone. We sent a code to your email. Yes, it's me. I think my password's fine. Security checkup. Check your passwords. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, that always pops up now.
Yeah, everything's always compromised all the time. Alfie's having pineapple issues. All right. So, continue. All right. Okay. Here we go. I think we're in.
Okay.
Now I look like this.
I'm gonna have to cheat. Oh yeah, try to see your screen and.
I will make my screen bigger.
No, you're fine. I'm just. There. Okay.
Now you and I are roughly the same size anyway.
Yeah. Okay. So. You have people and sharing.
I'll scroll down too so I can see what else is in here. All right. Does this give me different tools? There's slightly different tools over here. I see my account for one on the 9 pad. I see my account. What does Google Finance do? I don't even know. I remember having a Google Keep. I wonder if there's anything in my Google Keep anymore, ever.
What is the email address that it shows in there? So scroll back up and go to the Gmail. Up, not down.
Go to Gmail?
Yeah. You should have had the Gmail right there in those little buttons.
Yep. This is my abnormal.
Did it show you what your email address is in there?
Mm-hmm. Abnormal.
Abnormal.
Okay, so.
Oh, that's your Hotmail. Yeah.
No, it's my initial Gmail. So, okay. I have to tell the story. There's a story. I went to get my first Android phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to the store and I'm like, I'm going to have to get an Android phone because I was using a BlackBerry and the Blackberries were going down. And we all knew it. Everybody knew it. It was going away.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the store and I said, hey, I need to get an Android phone. They said, well, you have to have a Gmail account. I'm like, I have a Hotmail account. I don't need a Gmail account. And so they were like, well, no, you have to have a Hotmail account or you have to have a Gmail account or else you can't run an Android at all. Fine, I'll go make one. So then I went guydavis@gmail.com and it said, nope, that one's already taken. How about guydavis2759333? You know, you get it. So it's like, yeah. Screw it. I'll put in my gamer tag, which is abnormal, right? AABH normal, right? That's my gamer tag because this was a long time ago. But then I mistyped it and I flipped the M and the R. So it's abnormal. And that I can never explain to people because they always type in abnormal and then it goes, well, it didn't work, you know. And I'm like, of course it didn't. Because, yeah, Alfie, you are way too young to remember Blackberries. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. But anyway, the key problem here is that my core, and that's where they tied everything. All my stuff is tied to this Gmail account. I've gotten a second one since then, but nothing's tied to it. Like not my Google workspace isn't tied to it. You know, it only has like 2 gigabytes of space on it, as opposed to my main, which has 5 terabytes of space. You know what I mean? Like it's just, and it irritates me because I really need to just migrate the whole thing over to my other email address. It's easier for people to remember. But that's going to be like one of those weeks and weeks and weeks of, oh, we screwed this up, and oh, we screwed that up, and we've unconnected that, and we've messed this thing up, and not, you know what I mean? And
yeah, so you're going to spend time.
Brace myself for it, you know.
Yeah, you're going to spend a lot of time.
Is my core email address abnormal@gmail.com. So, and I can tell because it's got my old Foxtail graphics symbol up there.
Yeah. So
The
is
new
that
one, it
tied
didn't
to
use-
your GS Davis art?
Yes.
Okay, so that's most likely is the email address that you need to sign in. So like when you clicked on the add account
Yes.
and it had you sign in with an email address.
Yeah.
Try signing in with that one.
That's what I started with. Right. So like here it says add an account. I tried Hotmail, which was the one, but here's abnormal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it already knows the password. And then it goes back to here, add an account. So we're in the loop.
Weird. Okay. So go to
So Alfie, the chicken, it was voiced by an actor named Alan Tudyk, who also was K2SO in Rogue One. He was also Wash in Firefly, if you remember going back that far. Sorry.
no problem. So go to the abnormal account.
I'm
Just
in
go
that.
ahead.
It just opened a new tab, so I tabbed back.
So what options are there on it?
Here are my options.
Art Farm is I'm looking more so on the left hand side.
On the left,
Yeah.
I've got personal info, data and privacy, security, people and sharing, payments and subscriptions, and about. Down below this, I've got my search Google account, which I could do. I don't think that has a tab, but get help options and send feedback.
I'm not sure what it is. Because I was able to tie my personal email. Here, I'll show you. I don't care if people see my personal email would be. So I was able to tie my personal email account to my work account or my workspace one. Because all I did was go in from here. And then I click on my name, and it pulls up my domains and all that.
Where'd you do that?
So after when you have the add account button.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's that's where it started doing that for me.
I even tried my Hotmail account, and that went back to the beginning too.
And I've tried to actually add your domain just to see if it worked.
Right.
And DavisArt.com. And it says this domain's already been used by an alias or a domain.
Right. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. I was about to say that would have been bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all of these are plausible, but none of them are likely. I doubt it's volunteers or anything like that.
Try commissions at gsdavis.art. Just
Oh. That one's not there. Maybe.
no.
Oh.
That's new.
That's new. I'm going to make a guess on this one. Uh-oh. Hey. Okay, enter the recovery email address.
That's most likely your abnormal.
Mm-hmm. Which, you know. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Well, that was it. Who knew?
Yeah, there you go. Foxtel graphics.
Yep.
So now
no
if
wonder
you
I'm having a problem.
Yeah. So scroll down a little bit. Because yours is now kind of like mine, where you have users. Right below users, there's domains.
Yep, it's got verify domain.
Yep, go ahead and click on that verify button.
We're glad you're here.
Yeah, because I had to do this earlier, and luckily for me, I use Cloudflare, so it's a lot easier for my verification.
Oh, add people and create custom email addresses. Okay. Activate Gmail.
Yep.
Okay. We'll guide you step by step.
Protect. Yep. Click that protect button. And all it does is add a little bit of information to your domain with your hosting provider. And you want to do that. That's actually a good thing, so that no one else can sit there and go, hey, this is my domain. And it's not really. Yep. So it's going to take it about 5-10 minutes after it adds all that info. Okay. You can close that window in the top left-hand corner. There's a little white X. You can close that. Yep. Click on that.
Okay.
All right. Once that's done, go back to your admin screen. In the left-hand corner, you'll see the admin.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then go down to where your domain list is.
Right here?
Yep. Click on the overview button. And then go to manage domains. Yep. So it's still in looks like verify domain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you click that, yeah, go ahead and click that. You don't necessarily need to. What's doing is it's still updating the info and also checking it, make sure that it updates. It takes a few minutes for all that to go through.
That's fine.
So once that's done, then yours will look a lot more like mine.
Uh-huh.
If you look at my screen.
And we'll have control over that. That would be awesome.
Yeah. And so I can now, excuse me, Tormund, I'm sorry, bud. All right. So if you look right here, like astronet.online.
Wait.
Okay. So if you look at the astronet.online, I kind of got ahead of myself. I can click on activate Gmail. And what it'll do is it'll add the MX records, which is the email records for any domain. And that's how computers, or that's how the internet routes your email to its destination.
Right.
All right. So
it looks like that's activated. Activate Gmail.
Yep.
Set up connect, and then go next. We're doing that now. Will I be able to get Rocky Mountain Geek Tank as a domain in here, or do I have to add that?
Oh, you'll have to add it. So while it's doing that verification or that little process, give it a moment here.
No, not there.
Go back to your admin panel or your home admin panel. And now you see where you in the domain section, like right here, mine has the option add domain. I can click that. And then I would set up, if you're just going to redirect the emails to another location, set up as an alias domain.
Okay, but it actually exists out on GoDaddy, yeah?
Yeah, but so what an alias does is if someone emails that email address, it's like a AKA, also known as. What it'll do is it'll actually just direct it to the actual email that you want it to go to.
Okay, but
So, like, if I wanted to do Brit at astronet.online,
right.
right? But I don't want it to actually go into an inbox I have to monitor individually. I have it actually set. I can set that up as an alias, which it is. It's an alias domain under dracohaus.tech. So if someone emails Brent at astronet.online, they'll actually just send it to my BC Cameron at dracohaus.tech.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
I follow that. I'm just saying, do we want to set it up as a secondary domain? I mean, we could control more of it. Would that help?
Yeah,
Later on
because
down
then you can actually. So with a price that you're paying, you're most likely paying about, I think it's $10 or $12 a month,
That's
and
the
you
one.
get 10. Yeah, so you get 10 email addresses that you can put on.
Hmm.
So you can have up to like 10 individual email for different things. I always recommend use it as an alias personally, because with as an alias, you're maybe using up that individual email address, but like let's say you have a business email address for business at Quack or Quasar Art Collective, right?
Sure.
So that people, if for the group, if people want to go, hey, I'm looking for a commission that kind of is in this realm, and it's through, and they want to reach out to everyone through Quack, then it can actually pass that email out to a lot of other people, and they can go, yeah, I can do it, or I can, this person, that person can do it, or whoever wants to. So that's what aliases are great for.
So setting up aliases would. Well, all I'm saying is, do I set a secondary? Would setting up a secondary domain give me more things I could do?
Yes.
Because then I was like, well, maybe we want to do that anyway, just so we get control over some of these websites.
Yes. Like astronet.online. The way I have it, I have dragohaus.tech, which is my primary,
Mm-hmm.
and I have astronet online. And I could also add the Quasar Art Collective one.
As a control thing we can actually do.
Yeah, and so if someone wants to email it, then we set up an email address of recommendations or this or that type of thing, and that people can just reach out to us that way instead of on here or that type of situation.
Well, I just accidentally set it for an alias after going through all of that work. Sorry.
That's fine.
It'll still work. I just was like sitting there going, would we get more things out of it,
Yeah, and then once you verify its domain, and then you can set up the email address for the questions at
Right. Rocky Mountain Geek Tank.
Rocky Mountain
That will
Geek
allow
Tank.
us to finally receive emails there, which all we need is StreamYard is doing the verify that you are really Troy by going to the email address and getting this recovery number.
Yeah, and so then that email will be forwarded to whoever you want that email to be forwarded to.
And that can be forwarded to 2 people, right?
I believe so.
Because then I could send it. Yeah, anything comes into Rocky Mountain Geek Tank can go to both Troy and me, which would make sense because we'd be able to read everything then, and that actually probably be useful anyway. How do we know what it's coming in under?
There should be some sort of tag on it.
Okay, so if we were to set up an Outlook rule that says anytime you have anything that has this tag on it, ship it to a folder called Rocky Mountain Geek Tank. Then Bob's your uncle, and I will just have it in my Outlook, and I'll see it coming up over there. And I've been using Outlook since 1998, so I'm actually already well trained in. Oh no, something has shown up in my Outlook.
Yeah,
like I am so. It's the one thing, of course. I worked at a couple of places where it was very critical. You knew exactly what was going on where.
Yeah. Most of my work day is kind of doing stuff like that.
Yeah. All right.
So like I'm setting one up MX record for Quack, and it'll take it like 2 minutes for it to fully register and confirm. So then we can set up email addresses for Quack.
Right. There we go. I'll have it set up for Foxtail Graphics. This is good. This is good. I think we fixed all of the super nasty problems that have been plaguing me for a long, stupid time. Thank you, Brent. You are the bestest.
Oh, no problem.
All right. This is the test domain alias. Oh, okay, I don't care.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about that one.
Set up.
That's just kind of a holding place for when you initially set everything up.
Change how your naked domain is redirected.
So if you want to send it to
www1 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't care for that, right? I'm okay with just doing it this way.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I have to change the A record manually?
Oh, they won't let you. It doesn't automatically update that.
The what?
Aww. So sometimes, I use Cloudflare in between my servers or my server and then my domain registrar. Right. So with Cloudflare, like just open that up real quick. Yeah.
DNS management page. I'm over here doing this. As long as I have to do this, it's got steps.
Yeah.
So I've just got it up here.
Mm-hmm.
Websites and hosting. No, domain names. No.
Yeah. So because I use Cloudflare, I click on a button and I will pull up the Cloudflare and it'll go like, "Oh, you want to update these records?" Okay, and it pastes all the information in for me. Which, amazingly enough, we've had 14 unique visitors to Quasar Art Collective today.
14? That's bizarre.
Yeah.
Okay.
Past 7 days, 140.
Domains. Where's GS Davis Art? Everything is under the main domain because these are all subs. I'm hosting. No. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. I'm just looking at the analytics for Quasar Art Collective. Which, amazingly enough, we've had 64 requests from India for it.
Really?
And then Russia, yeah. So this will tell me, it's one of the few things I like about it. Oh, wait, I wonder. Oh, no, that's... So, unique visitors. In the past 24 hours, 64 requests have come from India. Russia has had 14. France. That's not Russia. Oh, yeah, Russia, Albania, Canada.
Okay, how do I... Jeez.
So how do you put that info in?
No, so GS Davis Art is the top domain.
Uh-huh.
I can't edit its domains because it says, do you want which one? Oh, there it is. It's like it's got it in a different place. Or I don't know. Making my life day. No. So that's part of the problem. And now it wants me to add cool things to your domain. I mean, you know what? I don't care. I need to fix these DNS things. right? So dashboard, website, appointments, connections, conversations, marketing. You know what I mean? Like it's not helping me any.
Mm-hmm. GoDaddy's website, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Wow, its estimated value in GS Davis Art is $1,100. That's weird. All right. Okay, what am I doing here? Navigate to your DNS management page. So edit DNS. Sounds good to me. Okay, there. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, because you're editing your DNS records.
Right? Wow, I got a lot of them.
Yeah, there tends to be a lot.
A record settings and create a new A record. So add a new record. Type A. Enter a value for the host name. For some, the value at corresponds to the, yeah, okay, so at. It wants at anyway, and that's fine. Okay. Then enter the following IP addresses. You are very patient with me.
Oh, no problem. I'll be right back, actually. We'll go grab something real quick.
Oh. What is, I guess, default? Six. And 38. Save. Update DNS records. I've completed these steps.
Yep.
239. Yep. All coming in at 600 seconds. That's interesting. Okay. The redirect's been changed. Activate Gmail on here real quick while we're at it. Everything else seems to be going relatively smooth. All right, good. Change redirect is done, I think. How do I know whether it's working or not?
You won't know until you send an email.
So add users? Or do I not need to worry about users at all?
I'm not sure. So at this point, I can't go further on mine because I got to wait 2 weeks. But I do believe that, yeah, you would add a user, set up an email address for them or for it.
I've got me. I'm a user. That's nice.
Yeah.
How do I know how to redirect? More options, maybe. Email user? No.
No.
That's not it. Ah. Enter the user Who needs that? So if I were to say, hey, okay, this is tying it to me though. It's not tying it to the domain.
So yeah, you may have to add a user.
What is an email alias? When should I use email? Before you begin. Oh God. Only one user can use an email alias. Okay. See, this is where I get lost because I'm like really confused at this point in time. User alias domains don't show in the domain menu. Left user's name, click alternate emails. Yeah, so this is just saying that it's entering name for the alias, which is before the @ sign. So we can't do it on, well, I guess we can. So it's Guy. Proceed. And this alias can be good. That's what we're looking for right there. Cannot contain special characters. It doesn't contain special characters. Wait. Okay, that's not working. So this isn't showing up like it's supposed to. It's adding an extra email that okay. Now we got to figure out, that's fine. Email. No, that's emailing to me. No. Now I'm confused. Oh, look, I can be like an actual employee. I can add my own employee ID. Okay, I am. Employee ID 1701. Man.
Okay.
Boss man. Type of employee. Sure. I think that'll just make them. Somehow I feel like that'll end up making my life more difficult than it needs to be. Email routing. There we go. Email routing refuses to configure email routing. Recipient mapping. Forward Gmail emails to another user. Oh man, this is so complicated.
I think I figured it out. Okay, so if you go in the users.
Okay, I'll back up and go to users. Hang on.
So go to your home screen. Yeah, oh, right there in users.
Mm-hmm.
Click on your name. And then from there, on the left-hand side, right below where you see your GS Guy Davis,
Active.
no, a little bit lower, there's an option that says Add Alternate Email.
Add alternate emails.
Click on that. Yep. And then type in the alternate email that you want to add, like just before the @ sign. So like commission.
No, well, no, this is the correct email. Guy at gsdavisart.com is the correct email.
Okay.
There's no alternate in GS Davis Art.
So
it works, but I need it forwarded.
Okay, so for the forward, then you have to actually just go into the Gmail account to forward it. So go in the top right-hand corner where you have the dots. Open up the mail account.
Okay.
There.
Thanks. Oh no! Stop.
Okay.
Damn it. So it has it. That's what it just said. It said we logged you out because you're actually a real Gmail person in a different universe.
Yeah. So when I go into my Gmail for that work account, essentially, I click on the cogwheel, and then I go see all settings, forwarding, and pop, and I can add a forwarding email address. So say, I'm just going to forward to my personal.
I mean, I have an actual email address here. That's the problem.
Yeah.
See, now it's taking me to my abnormal email.
Okay.
Here, that's the problem. I don't want it to take me here, but it is. And now it's doing it automatically. So we were in the advanced email routing on this page. Automatically forward messages to another. Maybe that's what I really want. Turn on, I don't want to forward certain kind of forward multiple accounts.
Here.
I see it. I just don't know how to get to it now.
Yeah. Go to that main Gmail account in there. So you can just set it. Yeah, you can set it up to just forward everything from.
Why did it go back to this?
Because it needs to verify you for some weird reason, and for some reason it's doing that again.
And now we're back to this again. And that's not one of my options. Oh, now it is. Did you remember it? No. Why would you? Oh, maybe I need a new profile. That might actually not be a bad idea. Give it a new profile. That might be actually good for us. But it's got to stop being that color man. Sorry, we have priorities. I don't need to actually do it. Because this, then I should be able to go over here and go to the email. Well, I gotta go to users. Go to users. There we go. Because then I can go to this guy, log in as this user. This is taking forever. And then go to the mail. Right. That's what we wanted. Okay. Because now I can set up forwarding. See all settings.
Yep. Forwarding.
Yep. Add a forwarding address. There we go. And we've got
there you go. Now we're cooking with fire.
That won't work like you think it will. That'll work better. All right. And I'll bring it up over here rather than do that mess. Oh my God. Jeez. Okay.
So I sent you a test email for my personal one to Guy at gsdavis.art.
It's not gsdavis.art.
No?
It's gsdavisart at or gsdavisart.com.
Oh yeah, sorry. gsdavisart.com. That's the one. Well, that's the one I have on file.
So that's going to go nowhere.
Yep, Guy at gsdavisart.com. Yep. I sent a test email. So you should get one from my personal email address. Subject line is just test.
Cool.
If you don't, I'd say the next hour or two, because I'm looking at your MX records. I have ways of doing that. There is a record still showing to send stuff to the outlook.com email or the outlook.com one. So you may want to go in there and remove that at some point.
There's still a what?
So if you go to GoDaddy.com and look at your DNS records, you do have a one that's pointing for your MX, which is your mail.
Okay. Shouldn't be hard. Hang on, I'm going to my products here. It takes me forever to do this. I don't know.
DNS.
Yeah, it's hard because it wants
I get it.
Me. And so it's taking forever to figure out how to get into the DNS stuff because it's too busy upselling me.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. I'm in my DNS management now. I've got A's, NS, CNAME.
Look for MX.
On the type? Oh, yeah.
Yep.
MX, MX, MX.
Okay. So one of those may have a host name that has protection.outlook.com in it. It starts off gsdavis-art.mail.protection.outlook.com.
I don't see that. I see Alt 2.
That's fine.
I see, and then Alt 1.
Okay. So it's just an old record then that hasn't been updated everywhere yet.
Right, because I got Alt 4, Alt 3, ASPMX, primary name server.
I see all those.
That's SOA. It's not MX. So there's only 5 of those that are MXs.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So then you should be fine then.
Okay. Good. Well, then I won't mess with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So now what I need to do is go back to the admin administrator side. Why are we still here? Why are we there? Oh, that's workspace. I have too many things open.
Time to close some windows.
Yep, that's what I'm doing now.
But you should be good here to add if you want to add the Geek Tank one. It'll probably walk you through the same steps to update the records, all that stuff there too. So.
Why are we going through this all the time? What is broken?
It's the caching cookies, most likely. But it is getting late there, sir, for me, so I'm going to go to bed.
I really appreciate you doing this, and you can bomb out.
No problem. If you run into any issues, just shoot me a Facebook message, and I can take a look at it tomorrow.
You got it.
And also, by the way, I will be traveling for work tomorrow, so I won't be on your morning stream. So,
okay,
just so you know.
Hey, Cat.
Hi, Cat.
You can come on board. Hi, Misting Wolf.
All right, take care.
See you later, Brent. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Happy to help.
Good night. All right. Now we're back to the nominal setup. You added your channel to the admin? Doesn't show up on the admin. Oh, so it'll broadcast on your channel too. Yeah, that makes sense. You can come join me. If you're doing art, it would be far, far better than what I'm doing, because I'm trying to fix a big problem that I have run into with my website. Which, I'm not kidding, Brent and I literally just spent the last hour and 10 minutes squaring up. Oh, I'm not worried. No stress. This is not supposed to be stressful. You're totally fine. Don't worry about it. Google Takeout? I don't know what that means. I'm so confused. That's not the button. It's the little tag above your name. Or so in the green room area, there's a little switch, like a toggle switch. There we go. That's what you want. And then we usually just keep it on this first one because it's easier.
Oh, sorry. This one.
Yeah.
Aha.
That one's far, far easier. Although since
Okay.
I'm right now working with passwords, I'm not showing my screen because I'm working with a bunch of passwords.
Oh, okay.
So what I will
That makes
do is this and then do this. And that'll make it small down here. And you've got the big screen because all it is just my stupid face.
Awesome. And no, not technical difficulties, just learning how to use the controls.
Yar. Yep, but I'm
Look at
being
me.
boring.
I'm learning.
So
Huh?
I'm being boring. So you can have full screen right now. Which is that's also sort of a little thing that Can and I have been sort of doing. Whoever's doing the hey Hallen. Whoever's doing the actual art gets the big screen. If we're all doing actual art, then we all have equal screens.
Mm-hmm,
But since I'm not, I'm just over here verifying emails and stuff.
I'm learning. I love Ralph. He's funny. So here's the cover we came up with, Guy. What do you think?
I do like it. Let me get my glasses on.
The color? Yeah, I finally
settled on the red with the blue.
Color. Yeah, you can see I totally got rid of everything that I had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you happy with it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm happy with it. I just want to be sure that like it looks good, and it's more of like an orangey red. It looks very red on the screen, but it's more of like a slight orangey, like a really, really. It's crazy because I have 3 screens and it looks different on all of them.
Right.
But I hope it looks good. Like if you turn on the saturation and stuff, it looks okay too. Like the contrast looks mostly okay. It's like the shirt in here I was a little worried about. But I wanted to be sure that like the contrast was okay, and like the actual colors don't clash too much. That's mostly what I'm worried about. Is that the red orange is too strong?
Right.
Yeah.
Misting is asking if this is a cover for book 2 or a total redesign for 1.
It's a total redesign for 1.
There's a story.
Because I'm incredibly indecisive.
Well, that wasn't the story I was going for, but that's right.
Oh, it's a character flaw, honestly. Yeah. Because the one that I had before, I like it. Don't get me wrong, I like it. And I love the logo, which Crispy made for me. So I'm going to continue to use their logo because, I mean, that's what I paid them for. But it was in color. Like, it was a color, like a full standard color cover. And that's not what I enjoy.
Right.
I don't enjoy making stuff that's colored. And I had colored it only because I felt like I had to color it.
Fair.
And so I wanted to make something that showed off my line art abilities. And I think this does that. I just want to love my own work for once. Hi, Miso. Gotta make your appearance, Miso. Your adoring fans wish to worship you.
Yes.
Okay, now that doesn't look awful. What, Miso?
Will you use the full cover as like a special in-chapter bonus?
The full as like the full artwork.
Mm-hmm.
The full cut probably. I might use it as a variant as well. But I probably would include it as like a special art, or I might even use it as a poster sometime in the future, or like prints, just like like bonus content basically. Yeah, I'm basically doing the thing where I'm like, wait, let me test one thing. Let me test the thing. Let me test the thing. Let me test it. Because I'm like trying to make my final decisions here.
Right.
How do we feel about this? I added a solid color behind it.
I like it better as a solid color, I think.
Do you like it as white? So it kind of blends into the back? Because I feel like the silhouette of the ring gets lost.
Yeah, I see that. That's hard.
Yes, another decision is do I want to have a colored background, or do I want it to be a white background?
Right. I don't need another user. Damn it.
What are you doing, Miso? Oh, is it bath time, Miso? Is that what time it is? Is it bath time? Let me try maybe the red will look better. See, now I'm doing it again.
Yeah, you're getting into the weeds. You're gonna have to abandon it.
Yeah. Just accept it as it is. Just love it as it is. I feel like my art would be like, why can't you love me? Right. If they could talk to me. Why can't you love me? But I do love you. Just not all the time. What is it, Miso? Why are you looking at me like that? I know what she wants.
Yeah.
She wants to lick my hair. That's the look she's given me. It's time for your bath, human. Oh my goodness, my brain. What is wrong with my brain? Okay, so I have this standard, let me show you this. I have this, like, standard color set here thingy. And, oh, you guys can't see it. I have to actually attach it to something for you guys to see it. That's lame. Okay, so I have the standard color set. Are you guys seeing a wave in here? Where it looks like this is bulgy and then this isn't?
Mm-mm.
Is it just me? It feels like this here is bulging up towards me. Versus everything else.
You mean like actually coming off the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This part right here.
No, I mean I can.
I don't know if it's because it's brighter, but it literally feels like it's doing. Let me actually draw because I'm a human and can use my drawing skills.
Right.
For
You're an artist and you
visualization.
can art.
Yeah, it feels like it's doing this to me. This section right here. And it's messing with my brain. It's got to be an illusion based on the cool.
It is.
It's
It's an illusion.
Wow, that is messing with me hardcore. Okay, there we go. Okay, now it's not doing it. Wow, that was messy. Wow, like I literally thought. I hate to put it this way because it's gonna sound awful. Like the one time that I tried some substances, and when it finally hit and the world slowed down really fast,
Right.
That's what it felt like. And I definitely have not had anything, and I was like, oh my gosh.
You're having a trip. You're having.
I was trying not to say that, but yeah, that's what it felt like. And I was looking at this
tripping,
like,
bro.
what the hell? Uh-oh. Who pinged me on Slack? Who is working this late?
And not me.
I'm gonna ping his ass while he's working. My coworker's working right now. He's like, why are you awake? Why are you awake? That was funny. Oh, what did he say? What did he say? It will not be completely out. Oh, that's right. That's right. He has the trip. he just sends me a laughing face, like. Sorry, we have a really fun relationship with our with each other as coworkers in Global Comics. I love it. It's a very, very chill, friendly atmosphere. I love it.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to.
We can sit there and make fun. Huh?
I am doing unpleasant stuff, so.
I'm sorry you're having to deal with unpleasant stuff.
It's all good. That's why I'm not responding except with
You're good. You're good.
Because so I don't the drama. Yeah, that's what I thought. The drama that has been going on here is my podcast that I've had for 10 years or whatever. We use StreamYard for it by choice of the crew, not by choice of me. So they're not using Restream. So the problem is somehow my partner got himself locked out. So he hit the password reset, and it sent it to our email, questions@RockyMountainGeekTank.com. And he never saw it. He couldn't log in. He couldn't find it. So then I've been spending the last couple of days trying to track down the problem. And it turns out that GoDaddy, my host provider, has just decided that they will no longer do email, and they've shifted it off to Microsoft. And if you actually want to have email, you're going to have to get a Microsoft 365 account. I already have 2 of them. I don't want any more.
Right.
I definitely don't want to pay $10 a month for something that needs 1 email a year. The ROI on that is really lousy.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Return on investment is not worth it.
Right? So then Brent was on the show before you got here, and Brent walked me through setting up Google Workspace, which I already was paying for. And in doing so, we've managed to get all of the emails routed over to Gmail, so that they're all going to Gmail. But unfortunately, it has been. I'm sitting here with some things are working and some things aren't, and Brent had to go to bed. So now I'm trying to figure out how to get those. We still haven't. We've solved. I also discovered, by the way, that my commissions email was also down, and has been since November. And so is my business address, that where you're supposed to send emails for whenever I get if you were to send a request for photography. That one has also been down. So anyway, I didn't find that, and it has been since November. So people might have been mailing me commissions and going, well, guy sucks because he never responds to his commissions. Yeah.
Oh, I've not been getting commissions there, but
right. I haven't been getting the email and didn't know. Of course, it's not like it tells you you're not getting emails.
All right, let me bring up my scripts and maybe we can start doing some sketching.
There you go.
Oh, that's the wrong document. Oh, wait, no, this is right. This is right. Okay. I'm going to try something different, and I'm not going to panel all of my individual panels out. I'm going to try that and see how I feel about it. I don't know how I'm going to like it. Because I'm really picky with my scripts and stuff. I like having things planned out before I script.
That works for me. Wow.
There we go. For some reason, the chat kept erroring, but I think it'll be fine now.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure you knew that. That's why I'm not paying total attention to you, is because I'm like all concentrating on this.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Alright, so I already don't like this. I already don't like this. Because now I have to try to decide each panel, like right here. And I don't have any idea, but that's okay. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try a new thing. It's okay. Okay. I'm trying a new thing today. Alright, so pages. Oh, I need a chapter cover. I don't even have that set yet. I have to do my chapter cover stuff too. I told him to go to sleep because he has to drive soon. And he posts the gif of Homer going into the
into the weeds.
The
bushes.
Yeah, he just like the bushes, yeah. That's so funny. Because he's gonna be out the next couple days. So that's why he posted that. Alright, cool. So I get to make a new chapter. I guess I don't have to make a new chapter 1 if I don't want to. I probably will though. Because then I can have more art for prints and stuff. It's a great excuse to do personal art.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
would be a fun excuse to do like a bird on a branch. Like I've always wanted to do like a nice pretty bird on a branch. How you doing, Miso? You doing okay? Are you eepy? Are you eepy, Miso? She's like, I don't know what that word means.
Right.
I'm gonna get rid of some of these because I don't want all of it. See, I'm avoiding my responsibility of paneling because focusing on cover art instead.
Right.
Let's see. Oh, I didn't think about this part. So technically, normally this is on the other side of the first page. Because my chapter covers are usually on this side. So I need another image. I need another page here. I can just move them around, or I'm gonna save these and reopen. And I would put this here. So I need to have my blank page in between. I didn't allow for that earlier. Alright. Okay, so this is the new actual first page. And the chapter cover will be here. This will be the blank page. And then, or when I'm ready for volume 1, a table of contents. And so probably I'll have 8 chapters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chapters. I'll have something kind of sort of like this. The page number. And then name. Wow, I spelled name wrong. Good job, Cat.
I spelled that was what I was just talking about, was why it's so aggravating about my my original Google email address was I misspelled my name because I was so mad about them forcing me to do a Google address that I typed it in really fast and it's like, yep, we'll take that, and I misspelled it.
Oh, no.
So I can't use that very well because even though I was using my gamer tag, but but it's misspelled. So like you can, even if you know my gamer tag, you still can't figure it out because it's misspelled. So I'd give it to everybody and then keep trying to spell it correctly, and of course that didn't work. Oh, so frustrating.
Or I guess I could do like a bunch of sparrows. That would be kind of better to do like a whole bunch of them.
Yep.
Well, these are not good, guys. You don't want to see these birds. This is bad. This means you're effed. This means you're effed. Royally effed. Or something is stalking you. One or the two. Most likely it means that you're dead in the water, though. If you see these guys. Not bueno. They're called night sparrows, and they're associated with the Miape, which I guess it's my turn to get into some lore.
Get into the weeds.
Miape. Yeah, Miape are a sort of a vampiric creature that exists in my manga, and they're really central to the whole theme. Essentially, what they are is you have the god of the dead, Amat, who is trying to destroy everything. And he creates Miape by basically sort of like, you know how like with the Horcrux concept you can create a sliver of yourself and store it in different things. Really similar concept. He can take a sliver of him of his own soul and use it to create other beings. But those other beings are dependent on a host. They can only be placed within a host. They can't be, well, they can be made independently, but that takes more energy than he cares to provide. So then he just places them inside other beings that he makes deals with, and uses them as like a guard or a bully to like make sure that they do the things that they say they'll do for him. Oh, hi Dawn. I
Hey,
won
Donald.
tonight, but still at bat waiting for help to my car.
Oh, hey, good job though. Donald plays poker.
Oh, nice. Congrats on winning. Was it a nice big amount of money?
One can hope.
But anyway, so these little birds appear like, so basically what a Miape does is they're sort of like a soul courier. They take the souls of the dead to the underworld. And they gather as many souls of the living as possible to give to Amat. To make him stronger so he can accomplish his goal of destroying everything. Classy, I know. So what Miape do is they basically try to steal the souls of the living. $20. There you go. You're $20 richer.
Nice.
Take it. $20 is $20. Anyway, so Miape essentially steal the souls of the living and transport any dead souls that they find, souls of dead people that they find. And they also depend on blood and souls to survive, in the sense that they're not parasitic. Isn't the word I would use, but they're kind of sort of that way, more like a succubus / vampire creature mixed with a harpy. They're dependent on souls and blood like succubi and vampires are, but their body form is closer to a harpy than anything. So they're a fun creature that I've had a concept of for a really long time. And because they're more often out nocturnally, they have these sort of like, Miape can like take small parts of themselves and send them out. And they send them out in the form of these birds. So if you find, or if you see that they are following you, they are more than likely tailing you and basically sort of like being like a link that will help the actual Miape find you. So if you're being stalked by these birds, you're prey. So not a good thing to see these birds. Yeah, not a good thing to see them.
Let's see if that worked. This is me trying desperately to figure out how to make these things work.
Can they be destroyed if spotted? If you have the proper tools to do so. They don't like really strong light, so they're not usually out in the daytime. They're usually out around dusk or dawn, or twilight, because of that way there's no natural light to get rid of them. Yeah, exactly. Scary Birdman. But with these guys, if you have like specialized talismans and stuff, or you have like a special like oil, there's like a special wood or oil that you can use, and if you hit them with that, then you'll be good. Yeah, then they'll vanish. But the Miape will know. They'll know, hey, like someone attacked them. So like they'll know. So like you have to be really careful like when you do that, because as soon as you do that, they're gonna the Miape, the original one's gonna know. So this will be the here's the cover. Trying to decide if I want to use the original cover that I had. I think the original cover will work just fine. Now that I think about it. I'll just like import it really quick. File, import image, and then I'll have to go open the original file when I can have both of them open at the same time. Not when I'm streaming. I don't have a death wish. It'll be this one, though the chapter name will be different. I'll put it in blue so that I know it's not the final. I'll just keep the same cover, but I'll probably change some of the details, like the flowers in here, I'll probably get rid of. That's what I'll have there. And I might, maybe I should flip it, because that way it makes the reader want to go this way. Ooh, I don't like it that way. That doesn't look good flipped. I'll just leave it this way. So I'll leave that there. So I need to replace that. So I can reuse this chapter cover. Because in this first chapter, we actually get to meet Aros's Miape in the first chapter. His Miape, so Miape by themselves, they're also they're sort of like their own creature, like they're their own being. They may share a body with someone, and they may be a sliver of someone else's soul, but they are their own personalities. And Miape tend to be the worst qualities of the host that they've been placed in amplified. So whatever their worst traits are, like imagine them like times 5. That's a Miape. They're not usually pleasant things to be around. So for example, like with Aros, he is quiet. He's he's not meek per se, but he's conflict avoidant. In the sense that he's a peacemaker. I mean, that's, he likes peace. He doesn't like being stressed out. Understandably, I think. So Mao, his Miape, M-A-U, he is very aggressive in the sense that he can't stand conflict. He can't stand being wrong. Like, he takes it to the extreme. Like, he's really aggressive about it. And his insecurity, like Aros's insecurities, he has some issues like Mao's insecurities. And like, if anyone pokes at them, he's really aggressive and defensive. Like, basically, like, they're sort of like a reflection of the original person amplified to be extreme. I don't want to say they're like an inner demon. I mean, they kind of are, but that's not how the person is on the inside. It's just, hey, like, I'm your worst traits reflected back to you. And each Miape is unique to the original person, so they're not all like, not all of them are like mouthy buttholes. Like, there's one that's actually relatively quiet, doesn't speak that much, but that's because they're judgmental butthole. They just sit there and judge you, and they're not helpful, and they don't speak. Just very like snooty and aggressive, like passive aggressive,
passively snooty.
Yeah, passively snooty. So, and that one's a monster. And then there's Moruri, which is the female Miape that we saw at the very beginning of my original chapter. I'm not gonna say who she's the Miape of, but she is somebody's Miape, and I cannot wait to like do that whole spiel. I'm so excited for that part. It'll be a while down the line. It'll be like 2/3 of the way and then into the manga. All right, so first page here we have. Okay, we have 20 total pages. I might need to. Do I need to add some because I added something? Nope, I don't need to add any. I think we're good. Yeah, I don't need to add any. We're good. Okay. I feel weird doing this without any like prior like paid like panel by panel description. Okay, Arus is sitting on the edge of a forest. You can tell the man that it's not safe. There are night sparrows out, so Miyabe is near. I can have one flying.
I'm chuckling at George. George sitting down here, and I put my foot on his tail. Then he pulled his tail out and put it on my foot. Then I put my foot on his tail. Then he pulled his tail out and put it on my foot. This went for like a good like 6 or 7 times before he finally swatted at my foot with his paws.
Stop it, Dad, stop it. That's my tail.
Mm-hmm. Nefarious Publishing. Oh, I know who that is. I'm still setting up.
I want the flow of action to be this way.
I'm being followed by a multimedia journalist.
Oh.
I'm not sure whether I like that much.
I want the flow to be this way.
That's not anybody.
Or be this way. Packed up and ready to leave. I don't know how people just draw without a script. How do you people do this?
Oh, that's how I totally found that I do. I can't. I mean, I do. I guess I do fine, but
yeah, this is incredibly stress-inducing for me.
Yeah,
but I just wanted to try
it. It's because for in my brain, the way I do comics is the structure that I like to use is by looking at 32 pages and deciding how much of these pages are going to be for this part of the story and how much of these pages are going to be for this part of the story.
Oh, I did that already. Like, I know exactly, like, I know what's going on each page, but with my scripting, I usually break it down panel by panel as well.
Right.
And I didn't do that.
Right. Well, so I have it and then what I do is at that point in time, I know I've got these 5 pages for this one scene, and then I just go in there and start saying, well, I kind of want this to be my Misegoma, and so I'm going to set everything up around this Misegoma, and you know what I mean? Like, it's just very fluid now. Hey, Neon. Neon shows up at the last 10 minutes of the show, which is all right.
Yeah, like I can't even like break it down right now. Like I'm trying to even figure out how many panels I want.
Right.
Because what I usually do is I break down how many actions there are.
Right.
Within a given page. That way I know, hey, like there are this many actions. I need to have at least this many panels. At least this many. Like that's what I like to do. Because right now I just have 2 sentences, and I'm like, I can't do this in 2 panels.
Right.
I mean, maybe I can. That might be a fun challenge to try. So see if I can get all that information across in 2 panels.
But that's one of those things. Oh no, it's okay, Neon. Don't worry. I was just
You're
observing.
Good.
You do what you need to do, my friend. This is not supposed to be stressful. So, not supposed to be stressful at all.
The other problem that I'm running into is Aros is technically an anti-hero. He's the main character, but he's technically an anti-hero and a bad guy, technically, but he's the main character.
Right.
So how can I make him clearly the protagonist, but also clearly not a hero in the traditional sense? I kind of want the reveal for him to be on the second page.
Hey, Merrick. Hey, we've received 100 messages today with Restream. On the flip side, I think like 50 of them were Alfie relaying all of Moana. Which, was a thing and happened.
Oh, wait, I messed up my spreads here. Oh, I have an idea. Okay.
Scenes that test moralities for even the viewers. Yeah. Five minutes. After all of this mess that I've gone through, I'm actually kind of looking forward to going to sleep.
I bet, yeah.
Spending
with
all this time messing with my email, and I hate. I mean, this is already irritating.
I bet it's just frustrating.
Yeah, it's just, and it's still not working, and I don't know why. I fixed one part of it, like it went to the so now I at least have the email going to my the Gmail setup is fine, but now it's still not working correctly, and I'm like, really? Why does this have to be this way? Why?
They're gonna make life hard.
Yeah. And still hating all this. Okay, it should be working. forward a copy to my email. Makes sense. And keep the copy that's here. Because you see, at least if this doesn't work, let's try to figure this out.
Not me so. Yeah. Is it bedtime? Oh, your hairs are all messed up. That's adorable. Well, the whole story with Aros is about testing morality. Literally, Aros's entire story is about testing morality and also defining, what's the best thing that you can do versus what's the right thing to do. Because a lot of times, the best thing that you can do isn't the right thing. The thing you should do isn't always the best thing. You know what I mean? How basically, how do you define that? And that's kind of the point of my manga, is to pose that question, and then give a possible, different variations of that answer so that readers can choose their own answer. Sparrow's about. Aros is standing on the edge of the forest.
Well, we fixed one problem, at least. It does make it to the inbox on the web. It just doesn't make it to forwarding.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't forward it to it doesn't forward it to. Hang on, I don't think I can do this. No, that's not what I did. Yeah, so I'm trying to get it to forward. So at least it makes it to this inbox. The immediate problem that we were having was that my buddy Troy couldn't get into the StreamYard broadcaster because we didn't have access to the, it would send a type in this passcode. So at least we can fix that, in that it'll go to my Gmail box online. I wish, it won't fix anything, and it won't fix the problem of what if somebody else emails us something, but at least we can fix this problem, which is good, because he's the admin on the show, and right now he's like you were, he doesn't have any control of any of the buttons. So now you've got control of all the buttons, so that if, heaven forbid, a bus runs me over, at least you could still run the show, right? Right now, I'm the only one that can run the show on Geek Tank, and it's like, this is very unnerving.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, we are at 12:03. I am going to bomb out. Do you want to run the rest of the show?
No, I need to dip out too because I have to work in the
It's
morning.
no problem.
Yeah, if I stop now, then I'm gonna already. I just realized that you guys couldn't see my stream the majority of the time because I was working on the opposite page, and my navigator is set for the left spread, the left page, so you guys couldn't even see it the entire time. I'm so sorry.
We're like, we don't even know what you're working on. That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, what I was able to work on was kind of start getting some of these pages organized. I got all the way through. I got the cover done, and then got through like a couple little stuff. Just starting to figure out what I want these pages to look like.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I worked on. I'm really happy with this cover. I think it's a good cover.
I like that cover. Leave it alone. Abandon it. Abandon
it. Abort. So now I get to do the official. Oh, I gotta turn this white layer off, and then I can do the official export and then upload it tomorrow. I was hoping to have it for yesterday for portfolio day, but that didn't happen. Yep. So now I'll just do my official export. Exports, batch exports, and then just these 2 pages. Miso, honey, I'm really sorry. I need my arm. She's like, how dare you take it away from me? Alright, I'm just gonna make a new folder for it. Oh god, what's today's date? The 12th, technically?
Yeah, it's the 13th right now. Happy birthday to my mom.
Hey, happy birthday to guys, Mom.
Yep.
Oopsie. Aw, dang, I didn't mean to do that. Exports. June. Oh, July. Oh, did I tell you that they finally announced the winners for the contest?
Oh, yeah?
For May? There were no English winners for May. No, well, nobody got an award for May on the English side.
That sounds slightly, yeah.
It's typical manga contest. Yeah. Let's be honest, typical manga contest. Sounds very typical. So nobody won. So, for the Spanish side of the competition, there was only one winner. And I think it was the original second place. If I remember correctly. Alrighty, we're rendering that image. I'm good to go, guy, whenever you are. I'll probably change it tonight so that people don't notice.
Good night, Neon. I just wanted to make sure we said good night to Neon Merrick. And we had Donald here for a little while. Misting Wolf was here. And let's see. I know we had a couple of the others because we had Hallen there, and they are lurking. Troa is lurking, and Vampiric Lestat is also lurking.
Yep. Thank you to all of my viewers who also showed up from my channel.
And then, of course,
very much.
Alfie was here for a long time singing a lot of songs this evening. I think Alfie went to bed, so that's probably good. And then we had Sarge right at the top of the show. So, and so I'm just glad to have all you guys here, and we will see you. I'll be back on tomorrow morning. And as always, remember to keep your eyes on the stars. Good night.
Good night. Take it easy.